Well, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to this MEIJI J2 League match between Renofa Yamaguchi and Tochigi. Two sides with a keen interest in getting their season back on track. They're both looking for an overdue victory. Both teams currently occupying positions in the bottom 8 of the table. Glorious sunny day, breezy but pleasant. '18th Tochigi, 5 points clear of Omiya, who did win in midweek to close the gap. That bottom 2 were looking as if they were going to get cast adrift, but a win for Omiya in the midweek round of fixtures. Still clear at the top and unbeaten, Yokohama, although they did drop points in midweek with a 4th draw of the season. Fans congregating ahead of kickoff here at the Ishin Me-Life Stadium, previously known as the Ishin Memorial Park Stadium. This is part of the Memorial Park. It's a glorious part of the world. Players arriving in the sunshine, greeted by a good crowd as well. In terms of team news, the home side have swung the axe somewhat with their manager Yoshihiro Netsuki. He's made 6 changes. Watura Tanaki, the experienced Kensuke Sato, both coming into the midfield. Ryoto Kodama is a young 19-year-old, recently signed from Sagan Tosu. He starts, and Kento Hashimoto and Kazunito Kishida also in the starting lineup. There's a return for Kennedy Egbus Mikuna, the Japanese under-20 international on loan for Avispa. He'll play as part of a back 3. Japanese under-20 international with a Nigerian father. Renofa goalkeeper is Kentaro Seki, a veteran at the age of 36, signed back in 2021, at the beginning of last season, after 13 years service with Vigauta.
まずは前節を受けて特にフィードバックをされたこと、どんなことでしょうか。
もう攻撃のところですね。やっぱり、どうしても5バックのを相手に、なかなか流れから点取れてないので、どうやって点を取るかっていうところをちょっと、イメージは共有しました。
相手の栃木は今日スタメンを大きく変えてはきていますけれども、おそらく5バックかと思われますが、どんなイメージを持たれてますか。
もちろん栃木さんはね、本当攻守にアグレッシブですし、切り替えも早いですし、カウンターも鋭いですので、そういうところも、気をつけながら、ただ自分たちのサッカーを忘れずに、ホームなのでしっかりと戦いたいと思います。
そのカウンターのところですけれども、リスク管理どう考えていきたいですか。
もちろん前の3枚を、誰が、見るかっていうところも大事なんですけど、やっぱり、自分たちのがボールを保持して、どうやって攻めるかっていうのも大事なので、そこのバランスがすごい大事になってくるかなと思ってます。
また栃木のような相手になると、やはり先制点というのはポイントですか。
もちろんどんな試合でも先制点は重要なので、ホームですし、 最初からアグレッシブに点を取りに行きたいと思います。
今日勝利するために一番大事なことを教えてください。
もちろん戦うところ、もうタフに戦うところだと思っています。
Former Japanese international Yoshihiro Natsuki. This is his first managerial job. Focusing on the goalkeepers. A young goalkeeper, 21-year-old Kazuki Fujita, Japanese under-20 international. He's currently on loan from Albirex, gaining much-needed first-team experience. One for the future. He's very highly rated.
今チームとして上積み図れている部分、どんなところだと考えていますか。
誰が出ても自信を持って、自分たちのフットボールはこうだと、言えるようになってきてますし、体現をできるようになってきてますし、栃木がもともと備わっている粘り強さとか、そういったところも、プラスアルファでありながら、あとは得点というところに来ていると思います。
今誰が出てもという話がありましたけれども、今日大きくメンバーを変えられましたね。意図と、そして選手たちに期待することを教えてください。
はい、中2日で試合を行うことによってコンディションっていうふうに思われると思うんですけども、そうではなくて、今日出る選手たちは常に試合に出るための準備をしてくれていましたし、やってやるぞっていう気持ちで常に顔を合わせてましたから、今日の選手たちは必ずやってくれるんじゃないかなと期待しています。
そして今日の対戦相手は山口となりますけれども、山口の印象いかがですか。
はい、本当に攻撃的で、攻撃にかけてくる枚数もそうですし、アグレッシブですごく手強く感じています。
その山口に対して今日こそ得点を取るために大事なことはいかがですか。
そうですね、まず相手の攻撃を恐れないということと、相手の攻撃をうまく活用していくということと、それから必ず隙はあるので、その隙が生まれる時間帯シチュエーションでどう決めていけるかだと思います。
今日勝利をするために一番大事なことを教えてください。
得点機会を作り、仕留めることだと思います。
There from Yu Tokisaki, in charge of Fukushima United in J3 last season, just missed out on promotion. Called in as the new coach of Tochigi in the close season. Blustery day, sun shining brightly for a good crowd inside the Ishin Me-Life Stadium. Sea of orange and black, a little bit of yellow and blue for the visitors, who are actually in their change strip today of grey. See by that flag, it is a very blustery day. Gotcha. Down on the extreme west of the island, main island, up on the north coast in that peninsula. Right on the coast, it's the breeze. It's Renofa Yamaguchi against Tochigi. Pitch is looking in excellent condition. It's a big pitch as well. Tochigi drawn the last two matches 0-0, but when these two got together last, it was It's a 3-2 victory for Tochigi in a very entertaining match. We're hoping the same will unfold for us today. Renofa, 6 changes. Kazuhito Kishida is called in to lead the line, the experienced striker. They've also gone for experience in the midfield. Back from injury, Kensuke Sato, Wataru Tanaka, Kento Hashimoto, Renan, the Brazilian defender, and the teenager Ryoto Kodama are all called in. A very big shake-up by the coach, Yoshihiro Natsuka. Today's referee is Kazuyoshi Enimoto. Kento Fukimori is the captain for the visitors. They've made a couple of changes from their last outing. Leading the line is a recent signing from Komazawa University, coming out of education and into professional football, Ko Miyazaki. A rare start for him. Young Kita Ueda is prospect in midfield, signed at the beginning of last season from Yokohama F Mariners, where he was unable to get first team experience. Goalkeeper is 21-year-old Kazuki Fujita. Very, very big future for him. Two goalkeepers we mentioned. Inexperienced Kazuki Fujita and the experienced Kitaro Saki. He was almost ready to play his trade as a footballer at the age of 15 when his opposite number was born. 15 years senior of the Tochigi goalkeeper. Tochigi in the grey today. You find them in yellow. Kennedy Egbus Rikuna, very tall and powerful 21-year-old defender. He's on loan from Avispa Fukuoka. All ready to get underway in the sunshine. Renofa Yamaguchi in the orange and black, getting this game underway, kicking from right to left. An early touch from Hashimoto. Guides it long downfield. Flick on Kodama. Away by Otani. They'll be playing with 3 at the back. Tochigi. 2 wing backs. Kurosaki. Fukumori. They try and get forward. That's too heavy. Shot forward by Sato. Too strong for Kodama. Yoshihiro Natsuka. Saw that. Not afraid to ring the changes today. He's not happy with his side's form. They've lost their last 2 matches. Lost 3 of the last 4. They lost 3 on the trot away from home. Home is not a problem. They've won the last 2 here. Just 2 wins in the last 10 overall. Home form is good. Right out from Kurosaki and straight out for a throw-in. Renan, Brazilian, towards the far side. Kennedy Egbus Mikuni gets it away. Brings in Fukimori. The captain's gone down with a knock. It's a foul by Hikaru Minabe. Lip for Fukimori. Close season signings from Cadavans. Kuni. Strayed through. Yamamoto chipped it into the penalty area. It's headed away. Sumura in the thick of the midfield action. He's got Ueda alongside him. Kamori seems to have shaken off that injury and then gets bundled over to the ground again. It's the second time he's been knocked flying. He waves his arms in the air to the referee. That's knocked forward. The goalkeeper does well. Comes out, experienced Kentaro Seki, and just runs across the ball and lets it go out for a goal kick. Side Renofa, the injured Kazuki Kikuchi today, made those 6 changes. It's a forced change. 36-year-old former Kawasaki Frontale, an Omiya player, picked up a knock in the last game. Has to make do. Sitting out this one, the last game. Tochigi, midweek draw at Oita Trinita. Renofa losing by 2-0. 2 goals just before half-time for Miki and Takagi in that defeat at Jeff United at the Fukada Denshi. Ryukyu coach Yu Tokisaki. He's got out to play on the far side. It came off of Chuji Mikagami last. Probably an explosive start. They've made a pretty solid foundation, Tochigi, in the early stages. Here they come again. Miyazaki coming off the front line. And a good run down the line from Mitsuoka. Chance to get the cross in. Went down theatrically. And in hope rather than anticipation of a penalty. There was a little bit of contact there, but nowhere near enough to prompt the referee to point to the spot. It's a goal kick. That's the only place he's pointing to. Free kicks early on. Tochigi. Takagi runner 5 without a win. Won their last 2 home matches. They beat Tokyo Verdy 3-1. Strugglers Omiya Ardija 1-0 here in their last 2 matches. So Tokyo Verdy's good start to the season has come to a spectacular halt in recent weeks. They're having an awful run of form, aren't they? It's 3 and drawn 1 of their last 4. Back to the goalkeeper by Renan. A little bit of pressure clears. Being held. Takagi, Tokyo Verdy player who enjoyed that win against Tokyo Verdy here. 2 assists so far this season. It's his second spell, the winger with Renofa. Played last season for Gamba Osaka. Too high for Miyazawa. The Miyazaki run. Tanabe. Renan. Hashimoto. It's a feat of Sato. Turns. It's cleared away by Otani. Volleyed forward by Matsuoka. It's a good ball as well. Yamamoto's attempt of a cross. Blocked away. Came off of Hinafumi last. Hinafumi Watanabe. Spent a short time at Tochigi on loan 12 years ago. He's now 34 years of age, 33 appearances for Tochigi. 3 goals in his time on loan. He was a youngster back then, in his early 20s. Mid-30s, still going strong. Very experienced defender Hirofumi Watanabe. It's a goal kick. 7.5 minutes gone. Tochigi bench. Tanaka. Watanabe again, the line. Manabe. Easy header away. Ishimoto. Renan. Mikagami, he's given the ball away, and a chance for Tochigi to break away. It's a foul. Frank difference of opinion between the two diminutive players over on the far side. Foul by Takagi. Fukimori. Definitely a foul, barged into the back of him. There's one other game being played simultaneous to this. It's Sheffield United Chiba 0, Uta Trinita 0, 12th against 13th. The Fukida Denchi Stadium in the early stages. Mitu Hollyhock are in action later against Venfore Kufu. Bottom of the table, Ryukyu taking on Abirex in the other game. The evening kickoff later today in J2. The rest of the fixtures taking place tomorrow, including Yokohama in action. So free kick floats wide. And they go to Thesbrugumma, looking to extend their lead up at the top of J2, still unbeaten. 8 wins and 4 draws. It's going to be a corner. Came off the defender last. Good work down the left-hand side. Matsuoka. FC Tokyo player. Artillery up from the back, including Mikuni, who is 6'4". Yet to score this season, yet to score a senior goal. The amount of players they've got lurking right under the goalkeeper's nose. This is going to be an in-swinger, that's for sure. Dangerous. And it was always going to be a problematic corner. You see 5 or 6 of their tallest players congregated around that area. It was a right-footed delivery from the left-hand side. In the wind, it was Onodera that pushed into goalkeeper Seki. Good delivery though from Matsuoka. Just to see how those corners pan out when and if they win any more. Saki's clearance. It's returned back again. Did he let that cross him? There did Renan. Good back up from Hashimoto. Watanabe. Hashimoto. Ikegami. Kento Hashimoto. Hashimoto making his way forward. Ball across straight to Fukimori. That's a good solid header from Mikini. Takagi. Fortuitous bounce, but sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Good hold up play from Takagi again. No room for the cross, they've made sure of that. Good defending by Tochigi. Forcing the home side back to the halfway line. Won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1 of their 5 matches so far this season. Big surprise being that their one loss was was at home to the bottom of the table side, Ryukyu, who came here and won. Beating the likes of Tokyo Verdy. Lost to Ryukyu, who have found wins otherwise very, very, very difficult to find. That's why they're bottom. 14 minutes gone, 0-0 between two sides in the bottom 8. Not peering over any shoulders yet. They would have done last season when 4 teams were scheduled for relegation. Only 2 this time. Recent weeks. Nakamiya and Ryukyu going to get cast adrift, but showed a bit of fighting spirit in the week. Winning to close the gap on those above them. So far, Tochigi have edged it. Onodera. Kurosaki. Renan cuts things out. Sato. Hinafumi Watanabe. Time and space for Kento. Hashimura. Referee plays a good advantage. Kadama into the penalty area. Oh, it should have been 1-0. And it was swept wide. Really good chance for Wataru Tanaka. Back in the side today, Wataru Tanaka. And he side foots it wide. Excellent wing play from Kurama. With a bit of time and a bit of space, Wataru Tanaka knows more than anyone else that he really should be hitting the target from there. That should have been 1-0. Best chance of the game so far for Renofa Yamaguchi. Disappointment for their coach, Yoshihiro Natsuka. Good advantage, by the way, for Kazuyoshi Enomoto, the referee, because he could have so easily called for the foul on Ikegami. He played a really wise advantage. Kick is given. Tochigi winning the free kick, a foul by Renan. He's been at the club since 2018. towards the left-hand side. Fukumori takes it in his stride, bursts into the penalty area. Can't quite pull it back. He's still got it though. He's also got 2 for company. Gives it back to Tsuoka. Whips it in. That's a good chance. Should have done better, really. Ball into the box. It's glanced wide by Miyazaki. Didn't quite get off the ground enough. A better leap would have meant better connection and quite possibly an opening goal. It's a foul. Yamamoto on Renan, free kick. Both sides with a good sight of goal in the last couple of minutes. Tuna Tanaka should have scored at one end. Miyazaki unable to get proper contact on his head at the other end. Seki with the goal kick, free kick, I beg your pardon. Just takes a knock to the back of his ankle there, Yamamoto. Is it Yamamoto? It's Miyazaki, in fact. Just running studs down his Achilles. On Kiyomiya Zaki. He's okay. Samura testing ball forward, trying to find Miyazaki. Runs all the way through to Kentaro Seka. So, beginning of last season, a 36-year-old. 13 long seasons of service for Vigalta. Long ball over the top now. This could be interesting. This is Kodama. Good defending. Otani. Swung into the box. Good gather from Fujita. From Hashimoto's cross. Okay, he's got a good ebb and flow about it at the moment. After a scrappy stop-start first 10 minutes or so. Last 10 minutes have been a little easier on the eye. 20 minutes gone. Renofa Yamaguchi 0, Tochigi 0 at the Ishin Me-Life Stadium. Next action here for you to watch is the big game on Wednesday. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon kickoff. Oita Trinita and Amiya Ajija. Hear that here. Live exclusive from the Showa-Denko Dome. That's a good ball. Matsuoka cuts it back, but there's plenty of defenders that have made their way back. It's not a good clearance. That's a good block, though. Kiji trying to build up a head of steam. Kuna to Fukumori. Mitsuoka. Rita. Kuni. Mitsuoka. Up in the air from Watanabe, the goalkeeper. Kentaro Seki is unable to prevent it going behind for a corner. And the last corner was whipped in ferociously. And Fukumori. And he's going to do the same again here. Big men have gone forward. 6'4" Kennedy Egbus Mikuni. For his first senior goal. This time it's a different ploy. They're going to make a run. Got all those defenders back there to try and block them. It's gone zonal. Good header away from Watanabe. Just needs a second header now. Up in the air from Renan. Samura. Foul from Samura. A free kick has been given. To Kadama. Oh, nearly managed to find a way through Hashimoto there. Tough to get forward down this left-hand side, Hashimoto. Ikigami. Renan. It's easy for the goalkeeper. Seki. Games coming up tomorrow, second in the table. Vigalta in action against Blblitzu. Nagata currently third in the table. Nagata to try and close in on the two above them. Ryukyu in a late kick-off this evening, so they've got a chance to move up to second in the table. Close the gap to just 3 points on the leaders, Yokohama. And a good run, Ebrex. Really good form at the moment. Chita Selva are in fourth. Games tomorrow afternoon. This one, it's mid-afternoon kickoff, 25 minutes in, still 0-0. Both sides have had a glance of goal. Best chance put wide by Wataru Tanaka. Tsuka Sato wins a free kick. It's judged to have been a foul by Zaki. Renofa's chance to populate the penalty area. Looks like Ikigami's going to take it. Holds it towards goal. By Fujita. Flag is up anyway. Free kick through to Kiji. Both sides of a similar background. Never gone higher than J2. Renofa were playing in the local Shikoku League as recently as 2013 before turning professional. Successive promotions, including winning J3 as champions in 2015 in their first season in J3, so they'll very quickly rise to J2, where they've been since 2016, narrowly escaping relegation a couple of years ago, finishing 22nd, just staying up by the skin of their teeth. 15th last season was a marked improvement. And once they finished in the top 10 in J2, that was 2018, when they finished at very respectable 8th. Tochigi relegated in 2015 from J2 to J3. Finished third in their first season down. It's a yellow card. went up. The following season, 2 went up, and they finished second again. They did go up. This is their 5th season back in J2. They haven't finished in the top 10 in that time. Matsuoka, it's the first yellow card of the game. 2 clubs of similar stature, really. This has been as high as they've gone in the football life circle. Renan. It's Kudama. It's just behind Kudama. Tries to get the cross in. Kurosaki gets it back again from Miyazaka. Ishimura. Tani. Kurosaki once more. It's a good challenge from Ishimura. The ball back for Renofa. Still goalless at the Ishin Me-Life Stadium as we head in towards the 30th minute of the game. That was an error from Inafumi Watanabe. He was rather lucky. Struck the ball against Yamamoto. Former Blitzu player Ren Yamamoto. It's a painful one. It's going to be okay, a bit winded. Ren Yamamoto. That's one way of solving the problem. Yamamoto return. 23 next weekend, the 22-year-old. Signed back in 2018 from Blitzu. Nabi. Nope. Hashimoto. By Isumura. Played by Fujuta. Comes to scoring goals. Tochigi, along with newly promoted Gröla, are the lowest scorers in the division. One of only 3 teams to have yet registered at least 10 goals. They've only scored 7 league goals in their 12 matches so far, but they've only conceded 12. It's the defensive solidity. Won them the plaudits, not their scoring of goals. Tochigi. Sounds another corner here, and the previous 2 corners have been diverse tactics. Intrigued to see what this one conjures up. Heavily populated the 6-yard box to combat the dangers of Renofa. Scored 14 and conceded 14. Matches so far in J2. 14th. Comes the corner, outswinger this time, towards goal. I don't think the goalkeeper could take any chances. Onodera with a head up. Good corner by Fukimori. It's probably dropping over in the split second that he had to make the decision. Kentaro Seki tips it over. Another corner for Kenta Fukumura. That's another good ball in. Again, it's Onodera challenging. The big men are still up. Looking for Fukumori. Behind for a goal kick. It's Miyazaki with the header. Renan, the pressure. It's a foul. Foul by Kita Ueda, 19-year-old. And a half minutes to go until half time. This game still awaiting its first goal. This is a very good run from Tanaka from the midfield. Needs a end product. Goalkeeper's come a long way and he's been caught. It's been put wide. It's a great ball in from Hashimoto. It's a very good left foot. He's put that in and the goalkeeper, the youngster Kazuki Fujita, decides he's going to come out and claim that one. But he didn't quite get there. And it's fired wide with the goalkeeper out of position. That's a good opportunity. It's one that Takagi couldn't put away. Still 0-0. Those two chances of the game have certainly gone the way of the home side. Interesting record between these two. Tochigi have won their last 3 visits here by 1-0. They've only been here 4 times, and the other time they lost by 1-0 in 2018. So 4 meetings between these two here have all ended 1-0. Last 3 to the visitors. Certainly wouldn't rule that out happening again at the moment. Goal could be the difference. Tochigi have become something of a bogey side for Renofa. They've won their last 6, Tochigi, against Renofa. They've done the double in each of the last 3 seasons. 7 of the 8 meetings between the two Renofa, Tochigi. Renofa's only win was when they went to the Kanseki in March 2018 and won 5-2. They have lost every other game against Tochigi. Get to break that duck today. Nine minutes to go to half time. Kennedy Egbus take the free kick towards the edge of the penalty area. It's a good header away by Renan. Nabi. Chases on for Kushida. He got the final touch. Kushida, the 32-year-old former Machida, Salvia and Uita Trinita player. Chipped in with 2 goals so far this season. Tochigi's top scorer. There's several of them on 1. We look through this starting 11. Only 1 league goal scored by Hayato Kurosaki, the right back. It's clearly a goal scoring problem for Tochigi. A couple of half chances in the first half. Dangerous with set plays and corners, that's for sure. Hashimoto. And again. It in landed. Found Hirofumo Watanabe. Rena. Tanaka. Renan once more. Watanabe. Renan. Hashimoto. It's going to be a throw. Kurama. It's good pressing from Renofa. Last touch came off of Renan. One back in the midfield by the home side. Hashimoto. Renan. Hirofumi Watanabe. Six to the break. No goals yet. Trinita are winning away at Jeff United Chiba. Still a goal from Kita Takahata. His goal in that first half has given Kita the lead. The Fukuda Denshi. Does it need to go? To shake the game up here. As we approach the last 5 minutes of the first half. Tochigi have drawn their last three. They've drawn their last two, 0-0. It's been a while since they've seen a goal, be it scored or against. Which kind of falls in line with what I was saying earlier. Only 7 goals scored, only 12 goals conceded. Their 5 away matches so far this season. They've won at Mito Hollyhock by 1-0, drawn at newly promoted Grula Morioka, and also at Oita Trinita. Lost 3-0 at Tokyo Verdy when Tokyo Verdy were doing very well early season. Lost at Albrechts Niigata as well. It comes across from the left-hand side. And then towards goal. It was being pulled away from goal, and the goalkeeper came off his line. Kazuki Fujita needed to improvise. Funny passage this one. Kurama with a cross. Comes all the way through. Struck towards goal by Ikigami. Didn't really grab hold of it. Goalkeeper had to come dashing off his line and deal with it. Glorious backdrop, by the way, at the stadium here. The Ishin Me-Life. Ishin Memorial Park is a beautiful part of the city. Corner towards that near post. It's a good header away from Onodera. They are a tall side. Tochigi. It's ambitious. It's offside. It's a shame because it was a really good ball to Takagi from Hashimoto. Two sides currently 14th and 15th. Both climber place. It's very congested in that mid-table area. They'll both climb a place if it stays the same. It's a good block. Yamamoto. Just 2 more minutes plus injury time before the two head coaches can press the refresh button and try and bring this game to life. Renan. Kagami. Shimoto. Taken by Sato. Renan. Renan once more. That's a good ball. It's on the side. Kishida. Shimoto. On the way back to Hirofuma Watanabe. Lots of possession, whipped in, straight into the arms of Fujita. About 30 seconds from knowing exactly how long we've got in terms of stoppages. That one stoppage for Kadama probably wouldn't have amounted to more than 30 seconds or so. Yamaguchi 0, Tochigi 0. Go forward, good header away from Kurosaki. 1 minute of added time, by the way. We're well into that. One last chance, maybe, for Renofa. Tanaka. Shimoto. They work their way to the right-hand side. What can they conjure up here? Manabe. Takagi. Manabe's made a good run. Run behind for a goal kick. With it, that's probably the last of the first half action. And indeed, the referee puts the whistle to his mouth and blows for half-time. No goals. Two best chances of the game falling to the home side. That's one of all. To Wataru Tanaka, who had a great opportunity and side-footed wide when he really should have hit the target. So at half-time, the battle between these two sides locked together in mid-table. At the Ishin Me-Life Stadium, it's goalless. Renofa Yamaguchi 0. Tochigi 0. With the second half to come very shortly, where we will see if Tochigi can make it 3 0-0s on the trot. 0-0 at the break. first half might not have produced any goals, but we have seen one or two chances. Always looked dangerous down the left-hand side. Hashimoto. By Kagami. And that was the big chance of the half from Tanaka, and he really should have scored. The other end. Making his way forward was Fukimori. Delivery here was a good one from Mikuni. Miyazaki not quite able to get enough purchase on the header. Corners have been interesting from Tochigi. The header over the top from Onodera. Goalkeeper helped it on its way. Another good chance for the home side. Carved out by Tanaka. Crossed by Hashimoto. Goalkeeper committed. Put wide by Takagi. Renofa Yamaguchi players out very early for the second half. Already made 6 changes today. They certainly had the chances in the first half, the better chances. Still 0-0 against Tochigi. Fuma Watanabe, and then finally we're going to see the visitors coming back out. Kennedy Egbus put a good ball across. It was headed just wide by Miyazaki. The home form has been good. Renofa. Just the one loss so far this season. A win against Tochigi is long overdue. Tochigi have won the last 6 meetings over the last 3 seasons in J2. They've won the last 3 visits here by 1-0. Won't want that to happen again. Renofa. There's going to be a change for the visitors. Kurosaki's coming off. And it's a central defender coming on in Kaito Suzuki. Whether that prompts a change in formation remains to be seen. Probably mean that Atani would go out to the right back or right wing back position. You could put Kennedy Egbus or Nadira or Suzuki as a left back and go 4-4-2 and open it up a little bit. Ready for the second half. 0-0. So, Tochigi in the grey, Renofa in the orange and black. Forward, headed away well by Manabe. Here is Manabe again. Does look like they've gone back for Tochigi, a change of formation. Throwing taken by Takagi. Seki with the clearance. Yeah, they're staying with 5 at the back, in fact, I think. It's just looks like Katani has gone over towards the right-hand side of the centre 3 with Tani right back. Suzuki in the middle. With Onodera. First minute and a half has elapsed in the second half without any drama. Four previous meetings on this ground have ended 1-0. You get the feeling one goal might be enough on this one. played out a very adventurous 3-2 when they last met. The Ishin Me-Life 6 months or so ago. The game has just kicked off in the second half. Chinita leading away at Jeff United Chiba by 1-0. LBRX with a chance to go second tonight and close the gap to 3 points on the leaders Yokohama. They go to bottom of the table, Ryukyu. Ito against Vemfore Kufu is the other game being played this evening. Kick off for that one in about an hour's time. Watanabe, Manabe, Takagi, Takagi again. Well, Tokyo Verde player, but he's given it away. Chance to get forward. Ida, young 19-year-old, gets it wide. Kimura. Kimura again. Too many options ahead of him, it's very congested. And the long ball over the top for Miyazaki. Miyazaki was offside, according to the assistant referee on the far side. That's a foul. A free kick to Renofa. Tochigi host Monterio Yamagata next weekend, then they go to bottom of the table, Ryukyu, in 2 weeks. Glides away for a goal kick. Renofa. And again on Wednesday against Mashida, the promotion pushers. Currently fourth in the table, be a big test for them. And they go off to Zvejan next weekend before a trip to Vemfore the following weekend. So they're all home in the midweek before 2 successive away games over the next 2 weekends for Renofa. Get the cross in. Came off the defender. There's a tidy ball in from Takagi. It was nudged wide by Ueda. Ueda? No, it was actually Kennedy Egbus. It's a corner. Corner over on that left-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Very congested 6-yard box. Referee's keeping a close eye on things, and he'll need to. Six minutes to the second half. It's a corner. It's being delayed. Claims from Hirofumi Watanabe that he's being held. Referee needs to be sure that he doesn't blink to miss anything here in this corner. Finally it is delivered in swinger. It's glanced on. Goalkeeper, I think it was, made the save, and maybe the chance of a breakaway. He's got nothing ahead of him, Miyazaki, not at the moment anyway. Switched over towards the far side. Look who it is making the long strides forward, Kennedy Egbus. But Kentaro Seki gets there first. Manabe into the midfield for Sato. Yellow card was shown for Watanabe. in amongst it all there. Second yellow card of the game. Dished out by referee Kazuyoshi Enomoto. And it's stabbed towards goal and across the face. That's a really good chance. Kodama just put pace on it, but there's no one on the end of it. Bursting forward with energy, and Tanaka plays it inside. Kodama. Tanaka, Kodama. Not quite, but it's a sighting of goal. Blast in the back and free kick, fouled by Miyazaki. Sato moves it on. Watanabe. Renan. Ikegami. That's a good ball. Stoop low to control it. Takagi. In towards the edge of the penalty area. It's missed. Might get a second chance here with Kodama. Kodama was a little bit over exuberant. Fouls Otani, and that's a free kick. 9 minutes into the second half. Renofa 0, Tochigi 0 in the MEIJI J2 League. Game week 13. One other game taking place at the moment. Oita Trinita could move into the playoff places if they can hold on to a 1-0 lead at Jeff United. Seki's clearance. It's a good, demanding, dominant header from Kennedy Egbus. Manabi. Manabi again. Down the line to Takagi. Kagami. Takagi. Hikaru Manabi. And Fumi Watanabe headed away by Kennedy Egbus. And the Brazilian. And Fumi Watanabe trying to push the ball through the gap, but there's no one there. Only the goalkeeper, Kazuki Fujita, on loan from Elbrechts. Kennedy Egbus is also on loan from Zwispa Fukuoka. Clearance, didn't go very far though. Watanabe, Renan, and now Hashimoto. That's a good ball. Kurama, and squeezes it in. They've got themselves their goal. Well, they've had the better chances in the game, and 11 minutes into the second half, they have managed to squeeze the ball home. It seemed to take an eternity. Fukimura was heavily involved. Just squeezing it past the goalkeeper. Was Hashimoto. Got past the challenge, scooped it past the keeper, who got a hand to it, pushed it against the post and in, and the goalkeeper looks up to the skies. He knows that he perhaps should have done better there. Kazuki Fujita. And a goal for Kento Hashimoto, the 22-year-old. There's a big goal as well. Remember, this fixture has been won by Tochigi in each of the last 3 seasons here by 1-0. A goal at home to Tochigi for Renofa has been a long time coming. Kento Hashimoto, fullback with a rare fiery forward. Has managed to give his side the lead. It's good work alongside him by Kodama and Tanaka. They've worked well, those two, down the left-hand side, but Hashimoto spotted an opportunity, timed it to perfection, rode his tackles brilliantly. Maybe it's on the ball now, the goal scorer. Curls it down the line. Victory would propel Renofa into the top 10. They're looking for a second here. It's not great defending. Should have done better. Takagi. Decisive defending. All down the left-hand side to Kodama. Gets it across very quickly. Not quite sure what Fukumori was doing there. It is a corner. Mori's defending was woeful. Takagi should have done better. They've got a corner. She's going to be taken by Ikigami. Ikigami spins it in. Let's take 2, not a corner. Kishida runner. Former Trinita and Mashida player. In fact, he got the last touch. I thought he'd come off a defender. He came to attack it at the near post. And the way it went wide made it look as if it came off the defender, but it didn't. Now we're gone. And it's Renofa that lead here by 1-0 thanks to that goal from Kento Hashimoto. Goal kick from Kazuki Fujita. The head of Kennedy Egbus. Suzuki. Mopped up by Renan. Happy to go back to Kentaro Seki. Clears. To the head of Otani. Manabi. Straight out of play. Just kickstart Renofa's season. Victory. Takes them up to 17 points, which is 2 points shy of the playoffs, albeit that most of the teams in that playoff zone have not played yet this weekend. Flag quickly raised against Yamamoto, who made the run too quickly. In fact, it was Miyazaki who's been caught offside. First goal that Tochigi have conceded in 2.5 games or more. Defensively, they're not in disarray. They're not looking like a team that in the lower regions of mid-table. They're looking good defensively. It's going forward, they've got a problem. Just 7 league goals in 12. Looking to add to that with a rare strike. They need to find a goal from somewhere. Just 1 league goal in the starting lineup. And that was from the man that came off at half-time. There is not a single goal scored this season from the starting lineup, and they're in trouble here. Second goal would surely put pay to Tochigi. It's Brennan. Renofa Manabi. Right foot. Volleyed away by Fukimura. Going for the jugular at the minute, Renofa, because a second goal would surely win it. UQ, just those 7 league goals, joint lowest in the division. Feet. See. Tochigi staying 18th in the table. 5 points ahead of the bottom 2. We've yet to play this weekend. Got to play the bottom of the table side. UQ, a couple of weeks' time away. It's their next away game. Burst from the back from Onodera. That's a good ball. Yamamoto. It's back inside. It was a good dribble. It's only partly cleared. Shot was from distance. And over the bar by Keito Suzuki. Comes a double change from the visitors. Keita is coming off. Juninho is on, and Kisho Yano on. Forward players. Juninho will go down the left wing. Kisho Yano straight down the middle. Zaki and Mitsuoka, who's on a yellow card, have come off. He comes across. Just eluded Ueda, who made a good run from the midfield. Fukumori, captain of Tochigi. Straight out of play. Throw it. Throw by Manabi. Headed away by Kennedy Egbus. Back by Renan to his goalkeeper, Seki. Being chased by Yano. Clearance down the left-hand side. That's a good flick by Tanaka. Tucked by Suzuki. Kennedy Egbus. Way back to his goalkeeper, Kazuki Fujita. Clears long downfield. Promising young goalkeeper. His error. It could be said for the goal. It wasn't a major error, but he's pushed it against the post when he should have got a better touch to it. Pushed it around the post. Sure, Sato. As a substitute, he was a little too eager to get around Hirofumi Watanabe and gave away the free kick. Seto on by the way for Kita Ueda. Substitution that was just made a moment or two ago. I was really noticing. So they're just about to bring on Riku Kamigaki. Good work down the right-hand side from Suzuki and Yamamoto. Yano. Yoshito with the foul, and here comes Riku Kamigaki. Replacing Kensuke Sato. It's a like-for-like change, just freshens up the middle of the park. 20 minutes to go. Seki's clearance. Away by Kennedy Egbus. Throw. Yano. Shida. Cross back in by Ikigami. He's struggling to get the ball away at the moment, and then there's their own problems. Clearance from Suzuki that went backwards. It's gone out for a throw. Throw to be taken by Takagi. Manabe. Kamigaki. Manabe. It's a throw in to the home side. This game has 18 minutes to run. It's the fifth meeting between these two sides in this stadium. If it stays as it is, it'll be the fifth meeting that ends 1-0. Tochigi have won their last 3 visits here, 1-0 in the past 3 seasons. Tochigi do have the experienced Carlos Gutierrez on the bench, the 30-year-old Spaniard. I wish to call him, but he is a defender. Defensively, they're pretty solid at the moment. They need goals. They've changed the front 2. Juninho. Ikami. Takagi. Sato. Leaves it for Kennedy Egbus. Who's Kennedy Egbus again? Just didn't blow those long legs. Sato. Throw. Slid away by Manabe. And it was caught. Chisuke Takagi. The challenge of Juninho. Juninho promoted last season with Kyoto Sanga. Signed in the closed season, the 27-year-old. Had a bit part for the promoted side who were doing very well in J1. Up towards the top of the table. Jubilo Owatu went up as champions. Haven't been faring quite so good. Missed by Hashimoto. Suzuki. Quickly hunted down. Just over 15 minutes to go. Sanga have won 4 of their 10 matches so far since going up. Solid start, 15 points. Just 3 points off of the Asian Champions League qualification places. Jubilo Owatu down in 12th. They won last weekend to climb the table away from the bottom. Vissel Kobe bottom, still yet to win after 10 games. Ambitious club. Struggling down at the foot of the table, just 5 goals, 4 points after 10 matches played. Here it's 1-0 to Renofa, who could be heading towards the top 10. Kennedy Egbus Mikuni. It's a foul by Manabe. Going to give away free kicks, that's the place to do it. A late challenge from Yamamoto. On Renan, free kick given. Another change coming up. Igarashi is going to come on. Yamamoto that's coming off. Striker, yet to score this season. Sato Igarashi. On for Tochigi have now made their 5 changes. Renofa just made the 1. Looks like they're going to refresh things shortly. They're making a couple of substitutions in a short while, just warming up at the moment and handed in the paperwork. Trip on Sato, who's been energetic in the midfield since coming on, replacing Kita Ueda. Thesper and Jeff United playing, Mito Hollyhock as well. He's been round the circuit and J2 knows this league very well. Fujita's long clearance. Yano. Garashi. First roll, was to force a corner, and then the trouble is, it's not a corner, it's a goal kick. It touched him last. Here come those two changes I was telling you about. Yoshioka and Yamase coming on, just receiving their final instructions. 12 minutes to go. Renofa 1, Tochigi 0. Can't quite see where the Tochigi goal is coming from. And you can see why they've only scored 7 goals across their league matches played so far. It's a problem that you, Tokisaki, the manager of Tochigi, needs to try and redress. Good run from Fukimura. Fukimura again. Took a long way back. Sho Satu. Hung up by Suzuki. It's a good ball in. Headed away. In the first instance from Manabe, and then by Takagi for a throw. Takagi took a blow and clearing the ball. Which is you, Tokisaki there. Joined the club in the close season from Fukushima United, for whom he steered to 5th place in J3 last season. Fukushima United currently top of that division. Played 7, undefeated, top of the table, conceded just 2 goals. Point clear of Iwaki. Kokishima and Nagano. Relegated Matsumoto Yamaga amongst the teams challenging at the top after just 7 matches, but too early to call it J3. Two changes. Yoshioki and Yamase, as we mentioned, coming on for Ikigami and Kushida. Waiter Trinita 2-0 up at Jeff United now. Fiji need a goal from somewhere. Long hoist forward from Suzuki. It's a free kick. Nabi from his penalty area. Kentaro Seki goes long. I'll find Takagi. Cleared away, but Kennedy Egbus. Fiji giving the ball away though. Renan again. to tackle it, wins it back. Tanaka. Kodama. Ball in, but straight into the arms of goalkeeper Kazuki Fujita. Over 7 minutes plus injury time remaining. Janita 2-0 up at Jeff United. And that victory at the Fukuda Denshi will take them into the playoff places for now at least. Most of the matches are being played later on this evening or tomorrow. Mitu Kufu and Ryukyu Aberex are this evening's games. 2 in action tomorrow. Back in midweek, 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Again between Oita Trinita, up towards the playoffs, could be in the playoffs for now. If they hold on to that victory at Jeff United, they're taking on Omiya down near the bottom. Here comes the cross, punched away. Cross by Kodama, punch by Kazuki Fujita. One well in the midfield from Sho Sato, and he did get a touch, Tanaka, on him, and that's a free kick. Foul on Sho Sato, the former Thespa player. Juninho comes in to take the free kick. Just a little over 5 minutes for Tochigi to find a point, find a goal, a rare goal. Pushed it up over the top. Goalkeeper made his mind up very early. He was going to come and claim that, and he did. And he got bumped. The referee has given a free kick, and he's picked up an injury for his landing. There's Kentaro Seki, 36-year-old goalkeeper. Went up. Just got flipped slightly by Renata. Was it Kennedy Egbers, I beg your pardon. Ryota was there as well. Ryota Isamura. Painful then. Took the ball, kept hold of it until he landed awkwardly. They do have a substitute goalkeeper on the bench, but they've used their 5 substitutions. So Shuhei Kawata can't be called upon, former Omiya goalkeeper. Incidentally, Renofa have gone today with 7 substitutes and no goalkeeping substitute. So if Kentaro Seki at the other end was to be injured, there'd be a problem. Fans know that their side are closing in on 3 points. Home form has been good for Renofa. Strange to think they've only lost the 1 home game, and that was against rock bottom Ryukyu. Tokyo Verde here, comfortably as well. Not been at their best today, Renofa. Done enough to win the game. Kento Hashimoto's early goal in the second half. Looks like he's going to be okay. Kentaro Seki. Maybe a bit bruised come the morning. Plus injury time. Tochigi, the lowest scorers in the division, which is 7 goals. It's a dilemma, it's a problem for you, Tokisaki. He really needs to address that. How he does it, who knows? Lost it against Kodama by Otani, and out for a goal kick. 3-0 now. Oita are leading in Chiba against Jeff United. Jeff United's home record is very poor. Got the shot in as Yano. That's as bright as it's got this second half going forward for Tochigi. Showed a little bit of endeavour, a little bit of strength, a little bit of determination and ambition. It was a big ask to beat the goalkeeper from there. Abi's been injured in the process. Slid in and got caught by the striker. Had to do it alone. Kishu Yano, 38 years of age now, played in Europe in the Bundesliga for Freiburg, over 100 times for them. Nagoya Grampus in the top tier in Japan, more recently at Albirex. 19 caps for Japan. He's a player that's been there, seen it, done it. Hasn't got the pace anymore, but he certainly knew what was required there. Big striker. Managed to find a way past Kentaro Seki with his shot. The other end. Renofa looking for a second. Kimura. Kimura again. Big two. Looking for a corner rather than getting the cross in. He's taking it to the corner flag and wins a throw in. 6 minutes of added time. Quite sure where that will come from. We've not had too many stoppages, have we? Just a couple. The goalkeeper just now, but that wasn't 6 minutes, was it? But then, I suppose you could argue that we've had 8 substitutions. Times each one of those by 30 seconds gives you 4 minutes. And then 2 minutes for the injuries, maybe. You calculate it that way, you can probably see the 6 minutes of added time. We've played one of those. Ryukyu coming forward. Igarashi, and there is the equaliser. And it's the big man, Kisho Yano, who bundles it home. And in stoppage time, Tochigi find themselves an equaliser. Goals have been difficult to come by. But an old head has chipped in with a priceless goal. Slides in between the two defenders. Full credit, by the way, to Masato Igarashi for the ball in. But that's a Predators goal. That's a goal that Kishu Yano has been scoring over the past 20 years on a regular basis. And those old legs can still do it. 38, nearing 39. Kishu Yano the equaliser in the 92nd minute. So they're headed to another draw, Tochigi, but they've got a goal. It's their first goal in 3 hours. Takagi. Manabe keeps it in play. Shocked Renofa. Ball into the box. Goalkeeper, unnecessary touch from him. He's palmed it away for a corner. And he just had to let it go for a goal kick. Halfway through the 6 minutes of added time. A corner to Renofa Yamaguchi. This one's not dusted yet. The one being played at the Fukuda Denchi is Sheffield United 0. Rita Trinita 3. Rita up into the playoff places for now at least, thanks to goals from Takahati, Nomura and Utsumoto. Swinger. It's gone out for a throw. It's going to be taken on that far side by Tsuru Tanaka. Tanaka's long ball in. It's a good strong header away from Onodera, and again twice there from Onodera. By Renan. Finding Takagi. Sideways from Tanaka into the penalty area. Lunged away from Onodera again. He's on a mission on his own back now. Towards the penalty area. Kennedy Egbus this time stepping in with the clearance. 90 seconds to go in injury time. It's not kept in play. It'll be a throw in. Stretching the play to the right hand side, and Takagi. And the overlap is Manabe into the penalty area. Couldn't make a proper connection. It's a big chance for Yoshioka. Sliding in, but he got caught up with it at the near post. These two are inseparable, side by side, in the mid-table regions of J2, and they've been inseparable today thanks to that late equaliser from Kishu Yano. The penalty area is a chance, and it's been snapped home, and they've only gone and won it at the death. Suzuki Takagi in the 96th minute, and Renofa are back in front. 6 straight defeats in this fixture against Tochigi, and it looks like they've finally overcome their bogey team. Good build-up play. It was a curling effort saved by the goalkeeper Fujita. The curling effort was from Tanaka, pulled back in. And when the cross comes in from Kodama, spinning the ball home from 6 yards out, is Daisuke Takagi. It's his first goal of the season to add to his 2 assists. And that's the way to win a game in the final minute of 6 minutes of added time. There's not much time for the restart, and indeed the final whistle does blow right at the end. Well, this game saved the best to last. No goals in the first half. The home side taking the lead through Hashimoto early in the second half, and it looked like this fixture, which always ends 1-0 on this ground, was ending 1-0. Into injury time we went. An equaliser from Kishu Yano, the veteran striker at 38 years of age, showing us that he's still got what it takes to finish. But it wasn't enough to take a point, because that goal deep into stoppage time from Suzuki Takagi has won it for the home side Renofa. They climb up to 10th in the table for now at least. Takagi's goal, he's all smiles. Renofa Yamaguchi 2, Tochigi 1 in the MEIJI J2 League here at the Ishin Me-Life Stadium.
劇的な勝利です。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
今どんな気持ちでしょう。
本当に前半から不甲斐ない試合をしてしまっていたし、僕自身全然いいプレーできてなかったんですけど、最後本当に追いつかれて、気持ちが沈みそうでしたけど、サポーターの皆さんの後押しもあって、最後本当にみんなが必死につないでくれたボールを僕は決めるだけだったんで、なんとか枠に入って決勝ゴール取れてよかったです。
ゴールに突き刺すようなシュートでしたけれども、あのシーン振り返ってください。改めて、
すごくいい形でボールが動いてたし、ゴールに全員が矢印を向いて迫力を持って迎えてた結果、ああやって最後こぼれ球にレオタが詰めて、レオタが本当に僕が決めるだけのボールをくれたので、本当にチーム全員で取った1点だと思います。
今日本当に難しいゲームだったのかなと思いますけれど、先ほどくじけそうなんて話もありましたけれども、ただ高木選手の諦めない姿っていうのは非常に光っていったと思いますが、どんな気持ちでプレーしていましたか。
ここ2試合本当にアウェーで悔しい敗戦が続いていたし、連戦ですごく体的にしんどいところもみんなあると思いますけど、ホームなんでそんなことは絶対言ってられないし、ホームは絶対勝つ場所なので、とにかく本当にタフなゲーム勝ててよかったと思いますし、また3日後、ここで試合ができるので絶対に勝ちたいと思います。
そしてゴールだけではなくて、あと少しでアシストが決まりそうな場面というのもあったと思うんですけれども、このあたりというのはいかがですか。ご自身のプレー振り返って。
僕のボールがもう少し良ければ決まるシーンもあったと思うし、最後に関しては本当にレオトのように決めるだけのボールを僕が出せればアシストもつくと思うので、とにかく今日は劇的に勝てたことが一番だと思います。
それでは次に向けて最後一言お願いします。
はい、とにかくしっかりコンディションを戻して、中3日でまたここで、上位の町田相手にしっかり勝てるように、最高の準備をしたいと思いますので、サポーターの皆さんも一緒に戦ってください。
ラルタイム最後の最後に決勝弾叩き込みましたあの時のことを教えてください。チーム全員で諦めなかった結果があのゴールにつながったと思うので、チーム全員ゼロに関わる全ての皆さんで取った1点だと思ってます。ゴール前はかなりの雰囲気がこの維新スタジアムに漂っていたんじゃないかと思いますが、その雰囲気感じましたか？はい、サポーターの皆さんの後押しがあっての勝利だと思ってます。ありがとうございます。ここまでアウェーで2敗を喫して維新に帰ってきました。そして中2日でした。非常にメンタル的にもフィジカル的にも厳しかったんじゃないですか？本当に悔しい負けをしましたし、ただ負けを削ってもすぐ試合をするので、チーム全員で本当に今日の試合勝つことだけを考えて準備していたので、とにかく勝ちという結果が取れて本当に良かったです。
劇的な勝利もぎ取りました。今率直にどんなお気持ちでしょうか？
もう選手の頑張り、を褒めたいと思いますし、やっぱりホームなので、サポーターの皆さんの後押しが本当に最後ゴールをこじ開けてくれたのかなと思ってます。
追いつかれる場面もありましたけれども、今日の勝因はどこにあると考えていますか？
ミーティングからね、今日は本当タフな試合になるよ、そこは覚悟して、戦おうよということで言ったので、本当に、栃木さんも本当に、前から来ましたし、タフな試合を、してくれたので、またちょっとここで一皮向けてチーム力もアップできたらなと思ってます。
今日はハーフタイムでいいタイミングで背後にボールを入れていこうという指示を送られていたということなんですけれども、その具体的にはどんなタイミングで背後にボールを入れてほしかったですか？
やっぱり背後を取る、仕組みがあるので、そこを、共有して、あと受け手と出し手のタイミングを合わせていこうよっていう、ことです。
岸田選手はちょっと降りてきてボールを受けながら、その後の背後というところも取れそうな場面ありましたね。
そうですね、やっぱり相手を見た中でタイミングで背後を取る、じゃあ誰が取るのかっていうところが大事になってくるので、そこはもう継続してもっともっと質を高めていきたいと思います。
では最後にこの勝利を次にどうつなげていきたいですか？
もう次も、ホームなので、この勢いをそのままに、次も町田さん、上位のチームですけど、チャレンジしていきたいと思います。
まずはお疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様です。
勝利とはなりませんでした。この試合どのように振り返られますか？
それ非常に悔しくショックが残る敗戦ですけども、すぐ次の試合が来るので顔を上げて次に向かっていくことが大事だと思います。
内容は振り返られていかがですか？
そうですね、立ち上がりいい入りができて落ち着いてしっかりといいプレーをしてくれてたんですが、前半の途中相手も勢いが増してきた中で後半もう一度立て直しを図りたかったんですけども、気になるのはやっぱり後半の入り、それから追いついた後に勢いを持たせられなかった、相手に襲いかかれなかった、ここが何なのかっていうのが今僕の中でも本当気になるんですけども、また選手と共有しながら次に向かっていきたいと思います。
後半の途中で佐藤選手を投入しましたけれども、意図というのはどういったものがありましたか？
中盤のところでセカンドボール拾えなくなったりとか、間延びしたところにボール刺されたりとかで、なかなか連動した守備がうまくいかない中で交代を急いでいるタイミングで失点をしてしまったので、そこも僕の交代が一瞬遅れた隙だと思います。
ただ今日は矢野選手がしっかりと得点を決めてくれる場面もありました。勢いがかなりあったと思いますけれども、このあたりはいかがですか？
そうですね、途中で入った選手たちが追いつく活躍を見せてくれたりとか、チームとしてはマイナスなばかりじゃないので、そういったポジティブな部分をしっかりと見て次につなげていくことが大事だと思います。
ではその次に向けて一言最後お願いします。
いやもうこういう敗戦のショックを払拭するにはやっぱ勝ち点取るしかないですし、相当な覚悟と強い気持ちを持って山形に向かっていきたいと思います。はい。